slow, atmospheric music begins with a sense of ancient history. Have you ever heard of a man, chosen by God himself, a true-life hero who seemed destined for greatness, but ended up as a tragic figure in history? Let's turn back the clock 3,000 years to the land of ancient Israel. This is the story of their very first king, a man named Saul. Imagine this guy. The Bible describes him as head and shoulders taller than anyone else. He was handsome, strong, basically the superstar of his time. When he walked down the street, people would stop and stare, whispering, "Wow, who is that guy?" He was the person everyone wanted to be, the leader everyone was waiting for. And this wasn't just a popular vote. The highest authority, God himself, had pointed him out, telling the prophet Samuel, "This is the one. Anoint him as king over my people." Saul was quite literally the chosen one. But here's the interesting part. At the beginning of his story, Saul wasn't arrogant or power-hungry. In fact, he was the complete opposite. He was humble, almost to a fault. Think about the day of his coronation. This was supposed to be his big moment, the day he's officially presented to the entire nation as their king. The prophet Samuel gathers all the tribes of Israel, ready to make the grand announcement. The drums are rolling, the crowd is buzzing with anticipation. Samuel calls out, "Bring forth Saul, son of Kish." But where is he? He's nowhere to be found. The stage is empty. Panic starts to set in. Did the king-to-be get cold feet and run away? So they start searching, calling his name. "Saul, Saul, finally someone finds him." And you won't believe where he was. He was hiding among the baggage, the carts, and all the supplies. This tall, powerful man, chosen by God to be king, was so overwhelmed and felt so inadequate that he literally tried to disappear among the luggage. He was too shy, too humble to step into the spotlight. They had to practically drag him out in front of everyone. And in that moment, you see the heart of the young Saul. He wasn't a man craving power. He was a man who genuinely feared God and respected the immense responsibility placed upon him. In those early days, Saul was a good king. He listened to the prophet Samuel. He followed God's commands, and he led the people with a cautious and humble heart. He won battles, united the tribes, and it truly seemed like a golden age was beginning for Israel under this reluctant yet righteous king. He was the hero they had all hoped for. But as we all know, power is a dangerous thing, and even the most humble heart can be corrupted. Saul's story, which started so brightly with a man hiding among the baggage, was about to take a dark and tragic turn. His humility would slowly be replaced by pride, his obedience by rebellion, and this chosen king would eventually be rejected by the very God who chose him. But that is a story for another time.